Potential question, how do you draw a slope field? Got it. You ready? Okay. So we have talked about the definition of slope fields before and what they are. I will kind of review that a little bit. But we did write it down some time ago. Okay. So when we integrate and we get that plus c part, unless they give us a value, we don't know exactly what graph we've gotten back to. So unless they give us a point, we don't know what that c is. Okay. But it's still really useful to have a picture of what that integral looks like. Okay, so the slope field is that picture. And it's a picture of all the c's, not just some, not just one specific c. Okay? There are times when they will put a slope field picture similar to this on the free response. It goes year to year. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. It's been trending more that they don't, but that doesn't mean they won't bring it back. Okay? So, we're going to draw a slope field from each of the following differential equations. Okay? So typically you start with a differential. And I'm going to go ahead and what we're going to do is we're going to draw pictures of the slope. Okay, so this is all I can do is draw pictures of the slope there. So I'm going to draw a nice T-chart, but it's going to come as if I'm going to draw this. So I'm going to pick an X, I'm going to pick a Y, and it's going to give me, and I'm going to calculate the dy dx. Okay. So I notice I made it quite large because I got to do enough to figure out what the pattern is. Okay, so I'm going to pick 0, 0 to start. I picked those values. So you pick these numbers. Okay, and then we calculate this number. Given whatever formula we've got. Okay? So when I put 0 in for x and 0 in for the non-existent y, right? What do I get? Negative 1. So I'm going to go to 0, 0 on my graph. And I am going to draw a little tiny mark that looks like a slope of negative 1. Like that. We're going to draw a bunch of those little marks. Okay? I'm going to choose, it doesn't matter where I go next. I'm going to stick with 0 in the front. So I'm going to have 0 and 1. So when I put 0 in for x, and 1 in for y, what do I get out of this? Negative 1 again. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a parallel little slope to that, right? It's all relative to what's already there. I don't want to make it steeper, less steep. I want to keep it about the same. As long as your picture when you're drawing this on the AP test looks relatively like this right shape and your slopes are relative to each other, then they're good. Okay? Alright, it looks like we've got a pattern establishing on that axis, right? Let's go. Oh, I drew it in the wrong spot. Sorry. I moved down slowly. Alright. I apologize for that. Alright, so I'm gonna go here. Right? Okay. It looks like we're establishing a pattern. I'm going to go ahead and try 0, negative 1 to see if I get the same thing. Once I've established a pattern, I can kind of draw in my other slopes. Okay? So, I put a 0 in for x and a negative 1 in for y. What do I get out of it? Still negative 1. So is there a pretty good pattern that anytime you put a 0 in for x, we're going to get a negative 1 slope for this equation? So I'm going to go ahead and draw my other two slopes in there without calculating. Alright, I'm going to go to another spot. I'm going to go out 1 up 0. So I'm going to go 1, 0 next. Alright, so I put in a 1 for x and a 0 for y. What do I get? 0. So I'm going to draw a horizontal slope. That. I'm going to pick another one in the 1 column there. So I'm going to pick 1, 1. So I put in a 1 for X and a 1 for Y. What do I get? Are we pretty confident that the pattern here is a vertical thing going on? So I got a vertical there. It looks like I got a pattern distance. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw them all horizontal. Okay? I can't do that until I've established a pretty good pattern. Okay? I'm going to look at I'm going to go to the 2's now. So I'm going to say 2, 0. So I'm picking up this point right here. Okay? So 2, 0, I'm putting a 2 in for X and a 0 in for Y. What am I getting out of that? 1. So it looks like and I should draw it the same steepness as this other one, but in the other direction, right? Positive 1. I'm going to go one more time on establishing the vertical pattern, and then we'll look at the horizontal pattern. Okay? I'm going to pick on 2, 1 just to double check, make sure I'm confident in this. So put in a 2. And 1 for the Y, what do I get out? Still 1. Big surprise, right? So we're pretty confident that all of these in this vertical pattern are slope free. Okay? So now what I need to do is I need to decide what's going on to the left and to the right. I'm going to go ahead and go out to 3. Go 3, 0. We're pretty confident that no matter what, it's all based on the X for this particular equation. That's not true for every equation. Okay, so we'll see a couple of 3 or 4 of these, 2 or 3 of these, right? Think about 3 of them. We're going to see different patterns on each one. Okay? Alright, so I put into 3, what do I get for my slope? 2. So I know that everything this direction is going to be a slope of 2, which means I just need to make it steeper than this slope here. So make it a little steeper. Make sure they're on a parallel to each other. Again, it's all relative if you're getting the same basic shape. Okay. Alright, we're going to go the other direction. I'm going to put in a negative 1. So when I put in a negative 1, 0, what do I get out of this equation? Negative 2. So I should be drawing a negative steeper slope than what I've got, right? A slightly steeper slope, about the same steepness as that other one over there. Alright, I'm going to put in a negative 2. When I put in a negative 2, what do I get out? Negative 3. So it's steeper again, right? Alright. And then we're going to put in a negative 3. What do we get for that? So steeper one more time, right? Okay. If I were to kind of, you don't have to do this because they didn't ask us to do this part. If I were to sketch what shape is coming up, and if I kind of traced my slopes there, what kind of a shape am I getting? Probably. Let's think about this. What happens, because we've already done the other piece of the lessons, right? If I separate my variables and I integrate, didn't I get an X squared? Okay, so you see, hopefully we were able to just connect the two things together. Okay, because not to disconnect the slope field different from the integral. All I did was I drew a picture of what my integral would look like. Okay, so let's practice again together. Okay, I want to practice. Let's do 3 together, and I'm going to have you do 2 on your own. Okay, let's look at 3 together. So skip to 3. Because 3's got some crazier stuff going on than 2 does. Okay. All right. So we've got X, we've got Y, we've got dy dx. I'm going to pick 0, 0 to start. Not my favorite place. Okay. And I'm going to go until I establish a pattern. Okay. My pattern might not be a vertical pattern this time. It could be horizontal. It could be other ways. Okay. All right. Putting in 0, 0. What do you get out of it? 0. Okay. All right. I'm going to choose to go to the right here. So I'm going to go 1, 0. It doesn't matter where I pick. I can pick it. Okay. I put in 1, 0, which means I'm really doing 0 minus 1, which is what? Don't have a pattern yet, right? Got a negative 1 slope there. Okay. I'm going to see if I've got a vertical pattern. So I'm going to try to go up here. Okay. So the first thing I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to establish where is my pattern. 0, which is what? 1. So I've got a positive one slope. Have we established a pattern yet? Is there another direction that we can go to maybe establish a pattern? I've gone horizontal, I've gone vertical. Oh, let's try diagonal. That's a good idea. Let's try 1, 1. That'll be diagonal, right? Put in a 1, 1, so I get 1 minus 1, which is, oh, there it is, right? So what's the pattern we think we've established? Diagonal. If I wanted to, could I put in another one to verify? Could I do 2, 2? Yes, when I put in 2, 2, what do we get? So I'm pretty confident that the pattern is diagonal. And I would probably go one more on either one of these directions. Do one of those diagonals to really establish it. So I'm going to choose out negative 1, up 0, just to make sure that that's got a positive slope. So let's see. That would be 0 minus negative 1, so that slope is 1. So I'm pretty confident that I've got a diagonal pattern going on now that I've established it for 2 rows. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that row. I do need to understand the steepness of the thing, right? So I need to put in at least 1 in each kind of diagonal, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pick on this one. So that is out to 0. So let's see, that would be 0 minus 2. So what's my slope there? Negative 2. So I'm going to be more steep in the negative direction, right? Something like that. I'm going to pick on something in this diagonal. Pick on that one. So that's 3, 0. So that would be 0 minus 3, which is negative 3. So as we're moving towards the right, what's happening with our slope? So we're getting more steep or less steep? More steep in the negative direction. So do I really need to calculate these guys? Couldn't I just go more steep? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the left and see what kind of a pattern we can establish going to the left. So I'm going to pick on that point right there, which is negative 2, 0, which would be 0 minus negative 2, which is going to be what? 2. So it looks like we're going more steep. But in which direction? Positive. Let's go one more just to be sure and verify that, right? Establish the pattern. So I'm going to go negative 3, 0, which would be 0 minus negative 3, which is going to be 3. Okay, so I'm going more steep. So it does look like we're going more steep in the positive direction, so we can run more steep in the positive direction. Okay? We are not going to try to integrate that, okay? But if you really are dying to know what the picture looks like, this ends up being an asymptote in here, and it kind of looks something like it's a hyperbola kind of thing. Hyperbola. We've got 2 branches, because this thing ends up going like an asymptote diagonal. Okay. All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back to example 2. We have so far seen a diagonal pattern and a It was a vertical pattern, right? So I want you to, without your neighbor's help for a few minutes, okay? I want you to see if you can draw this slope field on your own. Start with 0, 0. Try to establish horizontal. If that doesn't work, try to establish vertical. If that doesn't work, try to establish diagonal. Okay? I want 2 minutes of you working quietly without your neighbor's help by yourself. Okay? And then I'll let you do that. 2 minutes. with what I'm drawing up there? Green. Yeah. It looks like this time it was a horizontal change, right? It was getting more steep as you went up and less steep as you went down, right? Or then it came to horizontal, and then it got more steep in the negative direction, right? All right. We need to look at one more quick thing. Okay. So, where can you? The next thing they want us to do is they want us, and these are terrible pictures. The ones I have on the homework are better. Okay. But it was not easy to come up with these things, so whatever resource I grabbed them from, this was the best I could do at the time. You'll notice that this is, if you look at the graph, that's 1 on the graph, and this is 2 on the graph. Does that make sense? So it's like they did, like that's 1, 1 right there. Okay? Yeah, 1, 1 is right there. 2 is there. Okay? Alright, so what we are supposed to do now is take the differential and match it to the slope fields below. And I only have 2 of them pictured, there's my other 2 right there. Okay? So first of all, I want you to kind of look, not that we can eliminate based on this, but one of them has trig in it, doesn't it? Yeah. Which one looks most like a trig graph? Which is which letter? That one looks like the most like the trig, right? So I'm going to show you how I deal with this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to start with 0, 0. So look at 0, 0, and look at the slopes that are at 0, 0. That looks like a positive slope. This looks kind of like horizontal. This one here, oh, that looks more like a positive. That looks, so I can at least eliminate based on that, right? And kind of decide who's who based on that. So I'm going to plug a 0, 0 into all of these functions, okay? So I'm putting in 0, 0, and I'm going to put my answers underneath here. So I put 0 in for x, and 0 in for y, and what do I get for this first slope here? 0, which means if I went back to my graphs, it has to be either graph B or graph D, right? Because that's where my 0 slopes are. This first one is B or D. That's all I know about it right now. Okay, I'm putting 0, 0 in for this one, which give me cosine of 0, which is 1. Okay, so that means it could be graph A. We'll add 0, 0, it looks like a 1 slope there. And or it could be C, which is what we were guessing, right? Alright, I'm putting 0, 0 into this one, so I get 1 plus 0, which is 1. So this one has to go with my 1 slope graph for A and C. This one better be 0, 0, right? 0 times 0 is 0, so this one has to be either B or D. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick another point. And so I'm trying to eliminate based on what I've got left, right? I've got it down to A and C, so let's work on that one first. Let's look at what's going on at 1, 1 and see if it's the same on both graphs. Is it the same on both graphs? Are these slopes here look like they're going more positive, and these slopes here look like they could be starting to trend negative? Either horizontal or negative, or 0 or negative. So let's pick 1, 1 and put it into those. Actually, I'm going to do it on the next screen. Okay, so I'm going to put in 1, 1 now. And all I'm doing is plugging it into these two, because we're trying to figure out those two. So cosine of 2, that's a little bit weird, right? We don't really know what that is, do we? Alright, what about this one? If I do cosine, or if I'm doing 1, 1, I have 1 plus 1, which is 2. So which one is definitely a slope of 2? A. This one here said it has to be A, which would mean by default that 6 has to be C, which is what we guessed, right? Technically, there isn't a point right there. There isn't a value because there's stuff around it, but not exactly on it. That's probably indicating that we can do this with those. Okay. All right, let's look at trying to eliminate the other ones. So let's look at 1, 1 on my other graph. So let's see if I got 1, 1 here. It looks like we've got positive slopes, right? And then 1, 1 here. Ooh, they're still kind of positive, aren't they? I wonder if there's a better choice. What happens if I go to, let's see, they're still kind of the same. Where are the slopes kind of different? Oh, look, on the axis, aren't they different? I stay on the axis and I go, those are kind of positive, aren't they? Oops, are they? And these ones are kind of starting to trend. It looks like there's no slope almost, right? They're starting to go negative. So let's pick on the point. This time I'm going to pick the point. I'll do my work up here. I'm going to pick a point, out 1 of 0, and see what happens. So I put 1 in for the x, so I've got 1 over 2, which is 1/2, right? So looking at that one, that kind of looks like maybe a 1/2. What about the other one? Still too close to tell. Let's look at the other one. So if I put in 1, 0 for that one, sorry, 1 times 0, what do I get? 0. So which one is more of the 0 slope, graph D or graph B? Graph D, right? So I would think that 8 is going to be D, and 5 is going to be more B. Okay? So you have to use process of elimination like that. Notice it's where the differentials appear. Okay, so one other thing I need to show you is the only in the homework. Okay, so let me pass these out real quick. You can glue these into. This is tough to do without a worksheet, right? With the nature of the bees, I have to give you a worksheet on that, but you can glue this into your homework notebook. I want you to look at this second page to the right on the front there, where it says match the slope field. Okay, really quick. Then I'm going to get you out of here because I've got a meeting coming in. Okay, really, really quickly, look at where it says match the slope field. We just did it with the differential. On 7 to 14 are those differentials. No, those are the actual equations, aren't they? So look at 12 and 13. Sine and cosine. Look at the pictures that are there. Which ones have to go with either 12 or 13? Be idiot. We're looking for the exact picture of it, right? So which one starts high? Sine or cosine? Cosine starts at 1, right? Those of you that were in my math analysis class should know that. Okay? I can't vouch for the others. So which one starts at 1? B or E? B. So you see how I did that? I figured out where it was. We could probably really easily get y equals 1. Is it y equals 1 a horizontal line? Which one's the only horizontal line? So you see how that one works a little differently than what I did with this one? Okay? We're looking for the actual picture, not the picture of slopes. Okay? Alright, you should be okay on the rest of it. We've done one where we trace the line. Okay? You're doing the whole worksheet is the homework technically for tomorrow. Because you should be here tomorrow, because what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday.
Oh, right. Another ass.
I was like, oh my god.